Hi and welcome to the next lecture. Okay, so we're going to do this bowel, and we're going to have to do a bit of manual work on this one, and I'll show you why in 1 second. But first, let's get those seams sorted. So click on UV map, usual drill, unwrap, like that. Scroll down, click on point to point. Let's get the bottom. We're going to separate the bottom like so. I could have selected the whole edge there, but never mind. And we're going to do a seam up the side to the top and over the top, down the side. Separate this base here. Go all the way around like that. Right click. Okay, now we're going to separate the top like this. Go all the way around. Right, okay, that will do. So we'll have 4 segments: the interior, the base, the main structure, and the interior wall. And that should be cool. Okay, so let's do a quick what we got there. No, that's cool. Do a quick peel. Okay, so this is why we need to do a bit of manual work. Okay, let's just move these out of the way. Put that up there like that. Let's rotate this around, because what I want this to be, I want this to be straight. And oddly enough, Max is not very good at fixing UVs that aren't straight, that should be, or there's no real function. We've got this function here which says reshape elements, straighten. Seems fair enough. Okay, let's try that. So let's select that whole section now. I want to straighten that. Watch what happens. Goes into outer space. So when you get something like this, that's actually a bug in Max, and it's been there for years. They don't seem to be able to fix it. I don't know why. So we have to do this by hand. Just pull it back down. Before we do that, actually, just take note that the gaps between all these here are equal, pretty equal. So just remember that when we come to straightening it out. So click that. Thank you very much. So untick element, and we want vertex now. So select all these verts, select the downward, and pull it down like that. Close enough, and pull all these down. There you go. It's not too bad. It's quite easy, really. And just pull it down so it's same size as these, same gap. Just hold down Control and select those. Just lift that up a little bit. There we go. So it looks all even. That's it. That's all I wanted. And we're going to do the same for this piece here. It's probably going to go ballistic. Yep. No idea why it sends it out of the UV space. How hard can that be to fix? Right. Undo that. Yep. Turn that off. Don't want that. And just do the same. Bring them all down close to each other so you can see what's going on. Like this. There we go. Right, now just get them as close together as you possibly can so they look right. Like that. And that looks a bit... Yeah. fact, that should be roughly the size of that. So let's move it back. Let's change this back like that. Maybe a bit smaller actually, because it's on the inside. So that's cool. That's it. That's our UV. So we just select all that. Now we keep the scale in the relationship the same. So we come down here and we pack it. Just pack it the best we can. See what's best here. And now we have to use one of the padding ones. We can click rotate so as it does a try and it doesn't. Okay, take that down. There you go. That's the best you're going to get. So I don't know if I mentioned it before, but it's probably really obvious. But these green lines, they represent the seams on the objects. Just thought I'd mention that because I hadn't mentioned it before. So there you go. I've just noticed as well, this has grown bigger than that, and it shouldn't have. That's not bigger than that, so we're gonna wonder why it did that. Okay, so I've no idea why it did that. Gonna make this smaller slightly just so we can keep it correct. You can see that some of them aren't quite right. That's probably what it is. Yeah. Okay, let's just have a look at our checker. Checker pattern. Oh, see, that's not good. That's really bad. Good job we checked. So why is that like that? So where is that? Okay, so it's treating. Oh, I see what it's done. Okay, right. Let's see what we've got to fix this. I can see what it's done. Right, okay, this is what we're going to do. It's because if we keep see, these are squashed up here. Okay, let's do this. We have to do it manually by hand. It's no big deal. So you want to get these squares all the same sort of size. So there is no ring in there, so I'm not quite sure what that's doing there. Let's just select all these. Okay, that's good. And then so it's the top here. Let's do that. I think if we select all these here and move them out slightly. Yep. So where's that? Okay. So if we slightly pull them out. Yep, that's good. So it's all looking right now. It's just a little bit stretched there. Let's see if we can just. Let's see what's going on there. pretty good. Except that's not right. There to there. That is very wrong. So select all these and move them close. Like that. That's better. I think if we selected all those again, we could probably just see this one here is a little bit long, so we just move it so we get that right. There we go. So that's good, that's good. Top looks good now. Got the seam. Bottom looks fine. The interior looks fine. Okay, so this in here doesn't quite. So let's have a look at this. What we can do, I don't think it's a problem with this one. No, I think you can see how the polygons are small, largest. And it's not really, it's kind of doing that here, but this feels like it needs to be bigger to pull that into line. So if we grab these two here, yeah, that feels better, much better. And there we go. You know, sometimes you have to do a manual job on some of these objects, and that's fine. You know, it just takes that little bit extra time, but you get it all right. See, all the squares are fine now, and that's it's really important to do that check. You know, that was a good example of how it could have gone pretty wrong if I hadn't checked it. Just put these back into position. You don't want them out here like that. So. And we've got a bit of space spare, but we can't scale this anymore because it's hitting the vertical. You know, it's maximum on the height. So if we scale this, then our texels will be stretched weirdly, and we don't want that, as we've just discovered. See, that doesn't look right. That's not right. They are too stretched. So where are we looking at there? Okay, so is that top one? Let's get let's move these. And I think it says yes. There we go. I mean, it's probably there, but it's following the contours of the mesh, so that's fine. There you go, that's better. I don't know, I think I either made a mistake or just missed it. But you know, just do a final check, make sure everything's up to scale and in line. Like I say, it doesn't matter if it's slightly off, you know, very subtly off, but if it's massively off like it was, see, this doesn't look quite right now. So you can select the verts actually on the model and it shows up in here, or you can select them in here and it shows up on the model. So I think, let me just move this one. Yeah, they've got to go closer, so that gap there is too big. It needs to be like these, and you can see it is slightly bigger than the others, but not to the extent that this is. It's probably that extent there. Okay, so we select all of these verts and we slide it to that square. Looks square like that. That's better. It's important to select all of these because it keeps everything else in check and in scale. So yep, there you go, that'll do. I'm happy with that. Let's just move these back into position like that and like that. Okay, there we go. That's cool. So I'm happy with that now. So that's our barrel done. A bit more tricky, but you know, some of the more odd shapes and larger objects can be quite tricky sometimes. I'm sure the trees are going to be throw up a few quirks along the way, but you know, with every lecture we try and do something new, so you essentially learn how to straighten and manually edit UVs. Let's see, this here is slightly off. Just noticed. Just pull that down. There you go. Just be me being very fussy. There we go. Collapse the stack. Collapse. Yes. And save. Okay, that's it. Job done. I think next we'll do the axe, and we'll set up a multi-sub material because it's going to be a multi-sub object, so it's going to have multiple different materials on it. It doesn't have to, not with PBR, because I can control it using the smoothness, but I want to because I want to show you how it's done, and I want a multi-material object inside Substance Painter because I want to show you how it splits it up. So let's get on to that. I'll see you in the next lecture.